Jefferson County Code of Law number 2 is back in session with cause number 329-841. Case to style the state of Texas versus Sean Patrick Melissa Sr. And the state has withdrawn its offer that we previously had on the record. State has a new offer. Now, Mr. Melissa, you've been previously sworn in, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Melissa, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information alleges that on or about April 28th of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor driving while intoxicated. Second, the state has elected to abandon the enhancement paragraph. In this case, is that correct, state?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And now, instead of being charged with a DWI second, you're being charged with a DWI first. Now, to this charge of DWI first, which alleges that on or about April 28th of 2021, and states that while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Melissa, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And they have on this box that's checked as DWI first, driving while intoxicated, DWI first offense, which is a Class B misdemeanor. The range of punishment is confinement in jail for at least 72 hours, but not to exceed 180 days, a fine not to exceed $2,000, or both such confinement and fine. And it also reads a conviction resulting in community service will require a drug alcohol evaluation / rehabilitation payment of costs of rehabilitation, completion of an alcohol education program, and an initial interlock if the BAC or blood alcohol content was greater than 0.15. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, on page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials, LPM, on the line next to the box that check NOLA contingent. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification to Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that is titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
2 boxes are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the discovery certification. I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Melissa, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Donald, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Melissa, you are a citizen of the United States, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me States Exhibit 1, state, you like to offer States Exhibit 1 and States Exhibit 2, the proper cause affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor. State 1 and State 2. Objection, Your Honor.
No objection. States Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. And Mr. Donald, you advised in counsel, Mr. Melissa, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
Mr. Melissa, your attorney, Mr. Donald, has advised in counsel you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided fully effective and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mr. Melissa, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the plea bargain agreement?
Your Honor, in exchange for defendant's plea of no contest in this case, the state has agreed to abandon the enhancement paragraph in this case, Your Honor, and proceed on the lesser included charge of DWI first. Your Honor, the state is recommending that the defendant be confined in the Jefferson County Jail for a period of 30 days, and that the defendant be given credit for any and all time to which he's entitled by law.
Okay. Now, Mr. Melissa, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. The court cost in this case is $407. Will you be able to pay the $407?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Melissa, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Also, Your Honor, I'm sorry, I should add that the defendant has agreed to surrender himself today at or 6 p.m.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That's our understanding in our agreement.
Okay, Mr. Melissa, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. You will surrender yourself to the Jefferson County Jail at or before 6 p.m. on today. And you'll also be required to pay $407 in court costs. And you mentioned that you can pay that.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Just have a seat. Our clerk will type up the judgment. And once she types up the judgment, you're going to come to her window and follow her directions. And once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go. And you'll be free to go to pay the court costs. And she'll tell you what court costs should be paid. All right.
Thanks, Judge.
All right. Just have a seat.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Hey, do I need to get a money order, or can you take it a debit card?